Just wanted to make a quick video about this Carmelo Anthony situation. People always, be saying, that, there's no justice, blah, blah, blah. If you thought that boy that killed that young white boy was going to be able to walk free, you have no recollection of the history of the legal system in America. This is not a time for us as a people to be delusional. But sometimes God allows things to happen so that you can wake up to things. And this is one of those moments where we have to wake up as a people. We are not going to ever be considered equals in this country. Let me make this analogy. If you hired somebody to come and cut your grass or to do electrical work or plumbing in your house, and it was a hot day outside, and they're working for you, and then they finish their job, and you see that they're sweating, and they might need a drink of water. You wouldn't let them come into your house and open your refrigerator and get the water themselves, because you would feel that was disrespectful, even though you knew that they needed to get a drink of water. That's how some of the white Americans in this country feel about us. We were brought here as the help. Not even hired help. We were just the help. So just like your house, you don't want the help opening your refrigerator, making themselves comfortable. So we as a people have to start considering our exit plan. When Moses led the slaves out of Egypt, to make a biblical reference, anybody who wanted to go back, God killed them off. God had the people in Moses' day wandering in the wilderness for 40 years until all those people died off before he led them into the land of milk and honey. Now, the problem we have is when we were freed from slavery, we never left the land that enslaved us. And people will say, where are we going to go? They got a whole continent of Africa that has all the milk and honey that we need. And people there that look like us, ready to receive us. Our brothers over in Africa went to the United Nations and tried to get American slavery declared a crime against humanity. And the same country who committed the atrocity said, nah, don't worry about that. That's not a crime against humanity. And before y'all say, oh, he's racist or blah, 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 I'm not saying all white people are like this. It just happens to be the ones that are in charge that are like this. The people that are currently in the White House and the people that are currently in the Senate that allow stuff to happen. So we have to stop being delusional as a people and go to the country that is ready to receive us as a people. And people will say, well, we built this country. But if you were an abused woman that was living with an abusive man, and your girlfriends told you, you can come over to my house, you as a bystander wouldn't say to that abused woman, well, you used to pay rent in that house. You should still stay. We've been waiting for 400, 500 years for our abuser to change. He is not going to change. We will always be looked at as subhuman, subservient by some sectors of this society, and unfortunately, those are the people that are in charge. Those are the people that sit in the judges' seats. Those are the people that sit in seats of government. Those are the people that sit in seats of power. And we as a people have to wake up to that fact. And we have to start making provisions because America is dying. We don't produce anything here. Everything is produced someplace else abroad. And we as black people spend $7 billion a year on other people's products. We have people in every sector of government. We know how to do everything. And if we built this country, we know how to build countries. So those of us that say, well, I don't want to go over to Africa, they don't have anything. We have the brain power to build Africa up to be our heaven on earth. Black African Americans are the richest people, the richest black people on the face of this planet. You mean to tell me we're too cowardice to leave? We're too cowardice to say there is something better out there and we have the economic power to go and find it, to help our brothers over in Africa, our brothers and sisters over in Africa, to build up that nation. They want us to come there and have a seat at the table, and we still messing around, trying to stay with that abusive man, talking about I don't want to leave my house. You know how many abusive situations end in the death of the person being abused. I just wanted to put that on your heart tonight. So think about that. This is Uncle Chuck, Man Matrix. Peace.